Hello again and thanks for joining. Today we've got a Liliput coach to have a look at. This one is model number L334501 and I believe this first came out in 2007 before Bachmann bought Liliput, which was 2008. This one obviously is boxed as Bachmann and it also is made in China. So I think this is a later than 2008 model, but it's still quite old and it is a second-hand model. So we're going to have a look at it today and see what it's like. So let me get the box open and we'll check it out. So this is quite an interesting third-class coach from the Deutsche Reichsbahn. It represents an Epoch II model and it's a type C4i. And I think that's because it's got two sets of double doors on this coach. It certainly looks quite impressive, so let's check it out closer up. Well, this coach is missing couplings, but it does have NEM pockets. It is a second-hand model, so I'll tell you how much I paid for this at the end of the video. But looking at the front here, we've got some additional parts added on to this model. These plastic ladders are added on. We've got these little parts at the top. I'm not quite sure what they are. I think they might be for lights or lamps or something. Let me know in the comments if you know better. And we've got a representation of a kick-down plate and some barriers here. I think this plate actually moves up and down. It does, actually. That's quite cool. The buffers are integral into the chassis, and I'll come on to that in a minute. You can see the flush fit glazing looks really good on this. It's very clear. We've even got this little running board at the top and another one on the roof. Those are extra parts as well. So looking down the side of this carriage, it's a lovely satin green colour. We've got some great printing up here in the yellow, and the third class is also well printed. Destination board here, the DR emblem there, and the number 73525 above it. I do like where the doors are. We've got these little handrails. They're actually little pieces of wire, very fine, picked out in silver. They look really great. And also the door handles have been picked out as well. And the flush fit glazing, I mean, it does look really fantastic. You can see inside we've got an interior in brown there. And as we come down this end of the carriage, you can see this is a kind of loading area, maybe for bikes or something like that. And again, the handrails, which look really good, and also some more printing too, which looks absolutely fantastic. It's really small, you can barely see it, but it's looking really good. At this end of the carriage, there is a little bit of difference because we have a brakeman's wheel there with some brake gear too. Up on the roof, it's painted silver. I think it's got a bit of damage here from the previous owner, but aside from that, it's got these great looking air vents, a couple of little extra pieces put in for these little planks, lovely bit of hatch work here above the toilet. And as we look at the bogies, they're very fine. There's a lot of detail there, and I love the fact that they're actually quite thin and you can see right the way through. I love the spring detail, and the brakes are in line with the wheels as well. The wheels are dulled metal, but they don't revolve that great, but they're not too bad. They seem fairly free rolling, but they don't revolve around that well. Underneath, we've got some nice representation of bracing. There are a couple of clips here and there holding the model together, but what's really good is the brake detail, which looks like an extra part that's been added in. And we've got this part here just underneath the toilet, which looks really good, and some boxes as well. This bogie at the back has a representation of a dynamo around the axle, which looks great. It looks as though these bogies are just push fit, and the couplings, the NEM sockets here, are cantilever, and they have quite a lot of movement to allow this to get around tight corners. So overall, this is a great looking coach, and I'm going to put it now on the scales and we'll see how much it weighs. So this coach comes in at 119 grams. So I think this is a great Era 2 coach from Liliput. It's got a fantastic amount of detail on it. I really love the printing, which is very clear, and there's quite a lot of it on this model. And the handrails at the doors as extra pieces of metal really bring this up a level to make it look like a really great looking coach. I love the little extras put on each end of this coach. And the bogies look really good as well. It's maybe let down a little bit by the wheels, which don't run that great, but it's certainly good enough to go around the layout. The glazing is fantastic as well, showing an interior view. It's just ripe for having some passengers put in there to bring it to life a little bit. Now, this is a second-hand model, and it is actually quite old. I believe it was first produced in maybe 2007, but certainly this model came out before 2010. So with it being around about 15 years old, I don't think it's actually showing its age. I think it would stack up against modern coaches. There's a lot to love about this, and I really like it. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. I'll put this on the turntable so you can see all the way around. And in a moment, another video will appear. So just click on that and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed seeing this coach, and I'll see you on the next one.
So model train, model world, choo choo, model train, in tiny worlds, choo choo, model train, tiny train, model world, choo choo, model train, tiny train. choo.